I'm up against the fight of my life. I'm so afraid to sleep at night. You won't get away. It's time for me to let it, let it, let it, let it, let it out. I refuse to run and hide. I must let it, let it, let it, let it, let it out. I refuse to run and hide. All the weight is lifted off my shoulders. I will not hold this in any longer. I know you thought that it would kill me, but it has only made me stronger.
So let's share this tonight. Let's get on board. This is an important topic. So also, and if you have any indie music or videos, don't hesitate to submit them to Plug Studio Network. Okay. Also, and if you want to join in on this conversation, what's the number?
302-312-335. Excuse me. 3534. Excuse me. 302-312-3534. Let me get that again. Sorry about that.
Yes. So we're gonna go with.
Somebody said I cannot hear.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I cannot
Can you hear me
hear.
now?
I cannot hear her, but I can hear him. Okay. Is your mic on?
Did you press the green button?
Can you hear me now?
Very low, she said.
Very low. What about now?
I'm sorry. Good evening, Pastor. How are you? While we getting
Can you hear
this
me now?
technical out the way.
No, you're good.
Okay. Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
to Let It
Thank you,
Out.
Catherine.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Tonight, like I said, is about alcoholism.
Yes.
So, what is your take on alcoholism?
It is a very serious situation. A lot of people don't take it as serious as they should.
Yes.
And I know when I was a bit younger, I didn't really think that alcoholism was something heavy. I used to think that everybody would, if you can easily just stop drinking if you want to. I used to think that
Yes.
until I had a friend of mine. He was going through alcoholism. I mean, he was really going through it. I mean, it was hard for him to get off of it for a while, and it took a scene change, a place change, and my best friend down in Alabama got him down there to clear his mind and cleanse himself and get himself together.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he did pass, but it wasn't due to alcoholism, thank goodness,
That's good.
because he did clean his system and everything was fine.
Awesome.
But I've realized how the impact
Yeah.
of constant drinking
Yes.
and the obsession of alcohol actually takes over people, and
Yes,
how
it
it
can.
takes over their body
Yes,
and
it
what
can.
they're going through.
Yes.
And you see them going through the withdrawals from it. It's sad,
Yes,
and
it is.
it looks like it hurts.
Yeah, it does.
So,
It
yeah.
does. I know. I had family member of mine who drank so much alcohol to where their blood was poisoned from it.
Right.
And to where they had to be, hospitalized, and that's a real serious thing there, and it becomes a mental thing as well too, So, do you know the signs of alcoholism?
To be honest with you, I haven't. I can't say I know the beginning signs, but I know of the obsessive drinking
Yes.
part, and I've seen people when they don't have it,
Yes.
I seen the sweating,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fidgetiness,
The slurring of the
the
words
stuff that
and
they need, like they
yeah.
really need this in
Yeah.
order for them to get their
Yeah.
body
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's a serious thing. Welcome, welcome, you guys. For those who are tuned in tonight, share this topic because it's really, really important.
Very important that
Yeah.
topic.
Yes. So we're gonna go here tonight. Okay. Heavy alcohol use since 2019 and beforehand. 25.8% of people ages 18 and older, 29.7% of men this age group, and 22% of women in the age group as well was reported of alcoholism. So, everybody, when they're drinking, they become very aggressive too,
Right,
and angry, and there's things that cause them to go to drinking as well
right.
too. So,
Yeah,
yeah. So if you have if you want to talk about this with us and join in, and if you've been alcoholic, or someone who has, you recovered or what have you, come in and join in on the conversation with me tonight because it's really important for us to, let it out together tonight. Okay.
right.
Um.
We
So.
had we had some people
Yeah.
around our way, like you, like it's funny that you actually said you don't
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
something that triggers it. Like
Yeah.
you have some people. We
Yeah.
had this guy
Mm-hmm.
that we knew he was homeless, he was alcoholic,
Yes.
he was living on the street, but
Yes.
like 20 years before that, he was a college professor,
Mm-hmm.
and he actually was. This guy was almost a genius, but yeah, and he ended up drinking himself out of his job, drinking himself out of a home, out of his marriage, and end up living on the street. It just
It's
What
it's
I'm
a
saying.
horrible thing. Catherine stated that I don't know, I didn't know it was a thing. I knew of some parents that drank heavily and staggered often. It seemed like a part of what it expect you, when you saw them. Alcohol was always around, and it seemed to be necessary in my community.
yeah,
Wow, Catherine,
yeah, and that's true.
It's so true, yeah. And hello, Iris, and she stated that it's a serious addiction, which it is.
Yes,
So
it
true,
is.
so true.
Yes, it
Hello,
is.
sis. Welcome, Daphne. I love
Hey.
you, babe.
Hey,
Hello,
Alicia.
Alicia.
Good evening.
Welcome, darling. Hello.
It's
So you guys, if you wanna.
yeah, it's truly is an addiction, and it's
Yeah.
a sad addiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm never going to say that it was a weak addiction. It is a strong addiction.
Yes, it is.
Because if you grew up in any urban neighborhoods, you realize that you probably have a liquor store on every corner and a
Yeah.
church on the opposite corner.
Yes.
So, so you're gonna have, so you got the whole thing going on with you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you really got to pay attention to your conception of liquor. Now,
Right.
you have a lot of people who sit there and like, well, I don't drink because I'm in the church and this and the other. Well, the Bible doesn't say not to drink. It just says
Right.
something about not
Right.
drinking
Right.
excessively.
Right.
You can drink. You could partake.
Yeah.
It's just you don't have to
Had
drink to a
like,
point.
binge.
You don't, right. You don't have to
Yeah.
drink to the point that you're drunk, falling over, all this. That's
Don't know where
too,
you are.
That's
something
too
could-
much.
You don't know.
Because you gotta understand, in
Yeah.
some countries, kids
Yeah.
are
They be
drinking. They're
sneaking
drinking.
it in
No.
school.
In some country, kids are drinking beer at the age of 11. They give it to them.
What?
It's what they have. That's in
What?
Germany. No, was it Germany or Russia? They are allowed to drink beer at a young age. I mean, they give them stuff. I remember when we were young, as like Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now I'm gonna age myself for a second because a lot of people don't know nothing about Yago. But my mom used to make sure that all the kids, we used to get a small shot cup
Yeah.
of Yago wine without dinner
Right.
every year to toasting Thanksgiving, and for Christmas we'll get a little shot of Yago wine, and it was fine. It was
Right.
normal
Right.
for people to do that. And then all of a sudden you start hearing people saying, "Yeah, they drink a lot. This ain't that." Like, how do you get that drunk to start
Yeah.
falling over? I've never reached that area,
Right,
but thank
yeah.
goodness I never reached that area though.
Yeah. And Ira stated that liquor stores and churches on
on
every corner.
Yes.
Is that a sign? Man, listen. What does that mean? She's asking.
Exactly.
What does that mean?
Because you know the
Yeah.
Catholic Church have wine all the time.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah. You know they.
But
had
that
a
is
little sip
crazy.
on- yeah, yeah. And Alicia stated, they
gave
give them wine in Italy.
Yeah, they do.
At an early age as
Yes,
well.
they do.
Yeah,
Yes, they
yeah.
do. And Italy is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
They give them like a little shot of
Yeah.
Brajol or something really.
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do.
Yeah, and Catherine also stated that I do not know about the shot, but a sip of whatever the adults were drinking happened at family gatherings and
Yeah.
grown up parties, and that's
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah, they
would
did.
sneak you a little sip of something, some Windsor, some
Yeah, yeah.
old English.
Yeah. But
some
that's how they
old
do.
Irish, yeah, whatever, yeah.
And it
our
was-
battery, yeah.
Yeah, our battery going though.
Yeah.
But it's like
Yeah.
it was one of those things where it does happen.
Yeah.
It was in Germany. You can buy beer at McDonald's. That is true.
Yes.
That is true.
Yeah, I heard
I found
that.
that
I
to
heard
be funny. I was like, "Are you serious?" I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you just.
Yeah. It's horrible.
It's there.
Yeah.
I mean, liquor is actually now. I know beer is not actually considered a liquor,
Right.
but it is.
I can't with these. Alicia stated that liquor for that toothache, okay?
Yeah, yeah. They would give you a shot of gin for
Here
that
you go.
toothache.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah,
a definite
yeah.
true.
Oh, I forgot about Pastor here. Good evening, Pastor.
Yeah.
In the liquor store, church, and funeral homes on almost every block in the city.
Yeah.
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 All
That's that inner city life. That's that urban
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's the reason
yeah.
why it makes it so easy
It does,
to
it
slip
does.
into alcoholism because it
Man.
is there.
Oh, my goodness. And Catherine also stated slit smoked liquor.
Yes, it was right there in the city
Yes,
in
it
Maryland.
was.
Right there in the
Yes.
city in Maryland, we can get
Man.
it. We had. Oh, I'm sorry. Down in Baltimore, we had Natty Bo, Natural Bohemian. So we had them boys down there, like the company. So we was down there getting it. Let me see.
And Pastor said, "Hey guys, hey,
Hey.
And Catherine stated the liquor store in the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's it gets out of hand. You know.
I mean, they supposedly have taken the Manischewitz out of the church for the communion. They supposedly had done that, but they said, well, the grape juice is for the kids, the Manischewitz is for the adults, and but it was still, you had people coming there to the church only on the first of the month for that. Just to get a taste of wine.
Yeah, a little
But
something.
it happens.
Yeah.
In Charlotte, North Carolina, we just had regular stuff. We just had regular stuff. Laugh out loud. What regular stuff?
Regular stuff. You know what the regular stuff is. No, you know what the regular stuff act like you don't know. But it gets really bad to where it comes through their pores too.
Yeah.
And then their breath. Oh,
There's
it gets really bad.
there's people that I've seen
Yeah.
that no matter how much they clean themselves, wash themselves, or whatever, you still smell the liquor on them.
Yeah. It don't matter.
And it wasn't in their clothes; it was them.
Yeah.
They can't. There was some people I knew that couldn't function without liquor at all. They had to do it. Now, I am a social drinker, but I'm
too.
also a private drinker.
Me too.
But it's not to the point where I'm falling over. I'm not gonna lie. I tried. One of those angry days,
Yeah.
I tried and never made it there. But
Yes.
I have done it.
Yes. Now, there's nothing wrong, having a little, like
Yeah.
you and I, we have our little sip
Oh, yeah.
down there,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
nothing wrong with
Oh, yeah.
that. You're enjoying yourself, and and that's just, us being us, having a good time,
Mm-hmm.
And also, Iris stated it does come out of your pores, so true, so true.
Yeah.
And Alicia stated that suck up the sauce on Saturday and shame the sinner on Sunday.
Right. Right. You get drunk on Saturday and then you go to church on Sunday.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how it ended up happening.
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
And it does, and it does.
But you have a lot of people who take alcoholism to be, they take it like it's nothing, and then they go out here, they're driving,
Yeah.
they're causing
Risking other
problems, they're
people's
risking
lives.
other lives, they're risking their own lives.
Yeah.
There are people who have, I don't know if you ever seen it, but people who have a problem with drinking, that they have these like machines in their car. You got to blow into it in order for your car to start up,
I know somebody.
and in order
I
for them
forgot
to
who it
go.
was, but yeah.
That's serious.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
some serious
I
stuff.
heard of that.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
it's like it's a breathalyzer
Yeah.
in the car that
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
blow in
Yeah.
in order for the
In
car
order
to start
make
up.
sure that they're not drinking. Yeah, yeah.
And it's crazy, but
yeah. That's just
that's one of those signs of showing that you may need to get help.
yeah.
And
serious.
you have a lot of people who know that
Excuse me.
being an alcoholic is a disability.
Yeah.
It's a disability, and people do sit home and collect the check to drink
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And Catherine stated that, does alcoholism cause the pores to look like craters in the person's face? I believe so. I think so. I thought that too.
It does break down
I
the
thought
skin.
that too. Yeah.
It does break down
Yeah, I
the
thought it was
skin, but
just
it breaks
me.
down people's skin differently.
Okay.
And it's
Yeah, I
like
thought
it's
that
because
too.
of the
Yeah.
fact that it's doing so much to the
Yeah.
body. Now you had some people, you hear some situations where the doctor would say something like the bones were hardened
Yes.
due to the fact of so much alcohol in
Yeah.
the system.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why a lot of times you see these alcoholics, they fall from different heights or whatever, didn't break a thing. That's what they said is the reason why it was. But, it affects the body
Right.
different.
Yeah. So
It affects
true.
everybody's body
Yes, it
different.
does. Pastor stated that I am part Irish, so drinking is easy for me. Once I have had my limit, I'm going to go to sleep. That's true, too. Yeah, you will be passed out. I don't get crazy when I drink unless I'm provoked.
That's funny.
I get it. Yeah, that's true, too.
I have heard of I have heard of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Catherine said she have heard of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Good evening, baby. How are you, mama?
Hello, Brenda. Welcome, and let it out.
And it's like, it's it does happen.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people who doesn't recognize that they have a problem also.
Yeah, so true. Yeah. Yeah.
And what do you say? Sorry, the grandkids called. Oh, okay. It's like some people don't recognize that they actually have a problem. Like
Yeah.
if every day you wake up, you need to get a drink, got a problem.
Yeah.
My thing is, I joke a lot. I tell people like, "Yeah, y'all drinking?
Yeah.
Be coming." But but other than that, it's not a problem. But it can get to be a problem for a lot of people who doesn't recognize that they do. If you feel as though you have to walk around like everybody used to want to grow up and have one of those little flasks in the pocket, like that make you look like you all grown. But a lot of those
Yeah.
people who had that was alcoholics.
Yeah.
A lot of them had alcohol problems. Now, I do have a couple of flasks myself,
Okay.
but they're empty. But the thing is, it's like
Okay.
it's just that you have these things where people don't realize how much to take in and when to stop. Some people don't know when to stop. I just said it.
Yeah.
My baby just said it. Some people don't know when to stop. So yeah, it's true. Just don't know when
They
to
have
stop.
to have it. I know some people who wake up first thing
Mm-hmm.
in the AM and take a swig real
Oh, yeah.
quick.
Oh yeah.
It's really, really bad, to
Oh,
where
yeah.
you're get addicted to it that much, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To where, it's affecting your body,
Oh, it
your
destroy your
mind and
kidneys.
your mental, you know what I mean? So it does a lot to your body, and we joke and all that and we sip, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to be careful as well. But that's our thing. We like to sip. There's nothing wrong with that,
And, I would say addictive personality. Yeah.
Yeah, so true. And Catherine stated, my dad would add Smirnoff
Yep.
to his black coffee every morning.
Yep. And the crazy part
Get that
about
day
it,
started.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the crazy part about it, is
Yeah.
I've heard of a lot of guys doing that.
Yeah.
It boosts you up
Yeah.
for some strange reason. It
Right.
like gives you more. I don't recommend it, but it
Yeah.
gives you more.
Some
It
people
boosts
just
you
like
up to do
doing
it.
that.
Right.
Yeah. You
My
ever watch
mom-
on the westerns when they do that?
Yeah. Yeah. My mom used to do which was a white label and grapefruit, and that was just to wind down at night at one time. You know, after a while, she just stopped. And she just ended up just stopped drinking altogether. My stepdad used to do Gordon's gin. That's the strong gin. That's when I got started. Like, let me try what gin is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that bold side. My baby said the bold side of you what?
The both side of you comes out.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
When
you
drink
want to
it,
fight.
You know, and they say alcoholics speak the truth. When they drink, a lot of stuff come out. You be like, what?
All right, now this is what you have. You have that. You have that wine drunk,
Yeah.
that liquor drunk,
Yeah.
and that beer drunk.
Yeah.
That beer drunk,
Yeah.
you're gonna fight. That wine drunk, you kind of mellow.
And some of that white
That-
liquor, that'll get you too.
That liquor drunk,
Yeah.
you're going to sleep
Yeah.
and throwing up.
Yeah.
So it's just like you get different things that happen during that time.
Yes.
One of my
Okay.
is
And
an alcoholic. Okay, a pastor said one of my uncles is an alcoholic, and he was mandated by the courts to have a breathalyzer installed in his car,
Then we just talked
and
about
he
that.
has to do the breathalyzer test time before he starts his vehicle.
That's
Yes,
serious. That's serious.
that's what we were just talking about. Yep,
Yeah, yeah.
they had to get in there, see if the vehicle say okay,
then it's
start it.
That's crazy.
And
That's
it's
terrible.
crazy.
That's terrible.
And they would do, and they have to, because it's like they don't want to take the license away from the person,
Yeah.
because they need the vehicle to get to work or to get to wherever they got to get to. So they help them out by putting something in there that will
Yeah.
slow them up. But then you got some people who will actually go against that. They will find
Yeah,
a way
they will.
to get a friend to blow into it, and then they driving home drunk.
Now, also, you know, people like they have this thing where they drink so much to where they're uncontrollable.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of them drink so much to where you can't
right.
get them to calm down. They
Right,
hyper.
right, right.
They want to fight you. They want to argue. Argumentative. That's our word. Argumentative.
Yeah.
You know, they get to where that they're really bad. That's
Yeah.
horrible. You know.
Yeah, and then you get that guy,
Mm-hmm.
that one guy. For some reason, he always shows up to the family gatherings, to the parties.
Yeah.
He's drunk. He's upset. Then
Yeah.
later on, by the end of the night, he's sitting in the chair, probably done urinated on himself, and he's or just sitting there looking crazy, and he drunk, knocked out, sleep. Hit on everybody by the by the end of the night. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Breath tardy and I don't know what. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah. And Catherine stated, I don't appreciate partying with that person.
Right.
Me either. I don't even. Yeah, I can't be around it. If I know you drinking like that, I'd be like, hey, stay over there where you at. Pastor stated, I can drink dark and light liquor back to back. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's also a thing that they say you should never mix dark and light. But for some strange reason, my body accepts it.
I was gonna say, I agree. Go on.
For some strange reason, my body accepts it. It's like, all right, you can drink whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead, Ray. Do whatever you want. Go ahead, do that.
But I like something that's mixed. I can't just drink something straight like that. I can't do it. It has to have something. It has to have ginger ale, Coke, you know me, or
Yeah.
iced tea, or what's this? Lemonade.
Right?
Yeah, I like mine with something. It's got to have
Right.
something in it for me to just drink it.
I mean,
So,
sometimes if you do a chaser, I mean, if you do anything to blend to mix the drink with,
yeah,
it does at times take down the alcohol percentage.
It does.
So it helps you to be able to enjoy your drink
Yeah.
and enjoy your time without indulging and getting too drunk
Yeah.
to function.
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
when you start seeing somebody that's almost every single week you see them
Yeah.
and they bent over and they done,
Yeah.
you can guarantee that that's not the only time of the week that they do it. Sometimes it's in the middle of the week. It's whenever they drink, they drink, they drink.
Yeah. So I like wine. I like Chardonnay, like with my dinner sometime, or I like a nice like
Right.
a red wine or something like that.
Mhm.
Just to mellow out. My black rose, Stella Rose, and
Mhm.
I like stuff like that too. When I'm trying to chill out a little bit. Irish say that she's Irish. And Catherine said that Long Island
iced tea
tea.
is both white and dark. Yes, it is. But I don't know if you had the what is it? What is it? I think it's a raspberry
Yeah.
Long Island iced tea. It's nice.
I can't. I can't.
But it's it was that Iris said everyday drunk. Yeah, everyday drunk. That's too much.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think an evening nightcap is okay. Nah.
There's nothing wrong with a
Well,
nightcap.
yeah, but see, all right. So, what are you talking as a nightcap? Are you talking as like let's say like a nice little few fingers full, like the nice little hit, or you talking about a nice that's what it is, a blackberry Long Island iced tea. I'm sorry, thank you, baby. But are you talking about like a nice hit to knock you out? Because it's a difference. It can be a difference.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the blackberry Long Island. Yeah, that's what me and my baby had
Okay.
when we was up in Niagara Falls, and it's
Okay.
like awesome.
Okay. 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 And Ira stated one, maybe two drinks. Yeah,
Right, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And Pastor stated that 6 years ago, I used to drink a half liter of vodka every morning before starting my day. Woo!
I applaud you. Vodka in the morning. I know your day was lit. So that means that you went to work ready to get it. Because I don't know anybody doing a vodka first thing in the morning.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. And then Catherine stated black cherry either.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, and Britta stated I made it.
Yeah, she did.
Stinks up.
She
Okay.
did. It does
Yeah.
sneak up. It is something. It's
Yeah,
good though.
Yeah. Y'all so funny. I can't, you guys. But tonight, you guys, we need to share this topic:
Yeah,
alcoholism. Um,
There
you
are
want to get on the conversation as well.
Mhm.
Call into
302-312-3534.
And if you know someone who is going through that as we speak or has been going through it, don't hesitate to give someone a call. You can either hit star 211 or we have a number here, okay, 1-800-622-2255. You can either hit star 211 or 1-800-622-2255. Because this is a serious thing, and it really can kill you.
Right. It's a strong
Where it gets to
situation.
yeah,
it
where you
really
get-
is.
Yeah.
It's cirrhosis of the liver. It causes everything.
Yes.
It shuts your body
Kidneys,
down.
bad
Your
kidneys.
kidneys failure.
Yeah.
It does cause it does it what it does is it eats at the alcohol actually eats at it hardens and eats at the things that
Yes.
makes everything work and function for
Functionable.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
so true. Yeah.
There's times where people have gotten hurt and they would get some like gin or vodka and they will pour it into the liquor because it is alcohol. It actually does clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, it actually does hurt you.
Yeah.
I mean, you have stuff like what's that corn liquor, Everclear. That Everclear is like 100% alcohol. It's like you can set it on fire and people drink it to the well. I'm not gonna joke because I actually yeah. So what happens? so what happens is like it's a strong liquor.
Yeah.
It really is a strong liquor, and I've known people to be addicted to it,
Yeah.
and it is a strong
It's a really
addiction.
powerful thing, yeah. Like I said, it's mental. People lost their jobs and houses, what have you. We always go through this stuff. Talking about mental health. So
Yeah.
that's a big part of it
That's
as
part.
well.
That is a
Yeah,
great
major.
part of
Yeah,
mental health,
yeah,
because when you become an alcoholic,
yeah,
that instantly
yeah.
takes that away.
It does.
It takes away all of the mental
Senses.
faculties that you have
Yeah.
that stop you from doing it. It keeps telling you that you need to do it.
need that.
It keeps telling you that I gotta have a drink,
want it.
and
Yeah.
it must be right here, right now. I
Yeah.
must go to the store. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Yeah,
If
first
the-
thing in the morning, they standing right
if
there.
if you feel as though that you at a liquor store, no, I ain't gonna say a liquor store. Some of these small stores do it too. You feel as though that you want to go buy one of those little miniatures before you even buy whatever else you're trying to buy in the store. You got a problem. You might want to slow up a little bit. You might want to pay attention to what you're doing and make sure you know when you're taking it in. There are a lot of signs. There are a lot of signs of people like that start. I don't, like I said in the beginning. I can't tell you exactly how it looks when it start, but you start recognizing it the
signs,
more.
the different mood,
The more they
different
decide
things
to
that they're
take
doing,
in.
you can tell.
Right. The more
Yeah.
they try to take in, the more they
Yeah.
constantly want to drink. They want. If every time you see them, they like, all right, let's go get a drink. All right,
Yeah,
let's go do
get a
this.
drink. Yeah,
I
every
had
time you
a-
turn around. Yeah,
I had a friend of mine that had alcohol poisoning. This guy was in the hospital. Finally got himself cleaned up, fixed up, and everything else. Within a week, he got out and went and got a drink. So that's a problem.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
He will try to fight. He get paranoid. He get people,
Yeah.
you're saying what behind my back and that, and nobody said nothing to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Things happen.
So how's he doing now?
He for some strange reason, his drinking had at one point fought off friends. A lot of people started backing off. So he still have a problem with understanding that the liquor that he's taking in is causing his demise, with people being there for him at times. I'm always gonna be there for him. He's a good dude. For the most part, he's still a good dude to me, and him and I still cool. I haven't been able to sit down and talk with him in a good minute, but yeah, he's still a good guy. But it's just that a lot of people get upset because it's like once you get into a certain pattern
Yeah.
of drinking, and then you get angry. Then after a
Yeah.
while, people start looking at you going, all right, it's going to happen. We all over here playing cards, we drinking or having a
Everybody
good time.
sipping.
Everybody having a good time.
Yeah.
We know it's the countdown.
Yeah.
It's a countdown that something really start happening, and people start acting out,
Yeah.
and it
They
happens.
they can't hold their liquor.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there are a lot of people that you can, if you start realizing that you're hiding liquor so that you can get a drink,
That's
you
what,
got a bottle
that's
beside
what
the
a family
bed.
member was. Yeah, that's what my family member was doing. They was hiding in the chair, underneath the couch, underneath the chair.
That's a problem.
Windsor. Whew.
That's
You
a
know
problem.
how strong Windsor is?
Windsor is strong.
Yeah,
Is a strong liquor.
gallons of it. Yeah, and so to where they're drinking really bad, to where they're in the hospital, and that's not good turnout. You know what I mean? You're killing yourself basically.
Right.
And then
They sitting there, and you got those that sit there and drink until they just cry. And
I hate those ones.
those are the most. And like Iris just said,
Yeah.
it's really a sad addiction.
It
is.
is, it
And
is.
sometimes it's a real dark addiction.
Yes, it is. It is.
Because a lot of them who are drinking to try to numb a problem
Something
or
that's
numb
going on
something
in
that
their
happened in
lives,
their
yeah.
lives back in the day, or they trying to cover.
Forget something.
Yeah, they really trying
yeah,
to just
yeah.
drink it until it numbs it, numbs the problem.
And
Like,
their clothing, they become
right,
wearing the same thing all the time. You're
right.
like, okay.
They trying to just
Yeah.
trying to get past it, and
Yeah,
it doesn't
whatever
work
it
all
is.
the time.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't catch, like family and friends don't catch the fact that they're doing it
Right.
as much. They'll
Yeah.
sit there like, well, yeah, he drink every now and then. No, he's drinking all the time.
Yeah. when you notice it, that's when you need to,
Right.
like, hey, do you need to talk about something? What's going on? Something's, bother you? Let's talk
Right.
about it,
Do you need help? I mean,
Yeah,
look.
'cause
I mean, sometimes it
Yeah.
is a conversation that
It
they
is.
need.
It is. It is.
Then it can probably help them from
Yeah.
getting to the point where they get worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
To the point that they're drinking too much, where you can help them
Yes.
get past their
Exactly.
the problem that they help them work through the problem that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Iris just said, sometimes just listening.
Yeah. That's
Only thing
all
I
it
do.
takes. Just somebody just to stand there and listen to them, because sometimes they need a bench like that.
Right, but
You
you
know?
also gotta pay attention to them, because you got some
Yeah.
who refuse to talk and rather take that road,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, don't tell me
that's
what to
harmful.
do. Yeah, don't
Right,
tell me what to do. I'm grown. I'm
man.
gonna
I
keep
don't need to
drinking.
talk to nobody.
need to
I
talk to
don't need.
nobody.
I
Yeah,
don't
they
need to
have
talk
that.
to you. You mind
Yeah.
your business,
Yeah.
man. Everything be all right.
Yeah,
I'm
no, it ain't
all
gonna
right.
be all right. I'm trying to look out for you. I'm trying to help you, but they don't want to hear that, So,
Right.
you try to do the best you can. At least you try. You know what I mean? So, Pastor, can you see that?
Yeah, so many Christians are alcoholics. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Yes,
You're
they
right. You're
are.
so right
And
about
and
that.
and it's real crazy. That's the reason why I said church and alcohol and bars, liquor
Yeah.
stores.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so it's sad. It's one of those situations where you have to pay attention
Yeah.
to the people that surround you. Make sure that if you're not one,
Right.
pay attention to those who may be.
Right.
And it's funny that at one time it used to be a lot more men that were alcoholics.
Women.
It is now getting to the point that
Women.
it is incredibly a lot more women, and young women at
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
that are alcoholics.
At that liquor
And I'm
store.
like, oh my goodness. They got to get a drink. They got this. Come on, we're going to go drink. We're going to go turn it up for the night. This ain't the other. Then they falling over and laying out in the street drunk. Then all of a sudden, they disappear.
Yeah.
Sex trafficking. Got them.
There you go.
So things things
you go.
happen.
Yeah.
This is real
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Things
yeah,
does happen
yeah,
that way.
Yeah. So we just gotta be there for people, who are going through these things. It's really serious,
Mm.
problem in the world today, but
Yeah.
it's been going on.
Oh, yeah.
And also, I want to say something. The beginning of this pandemic.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you know all the liquor stores were open?
Oh, yeah. And that was crazy.
That was just
Everybody was in their homes, and the only thing they had was to drink. All the liquor stores was wide open.
wide open, but everything else was closing at a certain time.
I haven't seen.
They had
Matter
a
of fact,
certain time
doing
to do everything else, but the liquor stores
was wide open, and they made a
Everyone-
killing
Yes, they did
because people came in there and bought almost everything.
everything.
So yeah,
So
liquor stores was wide open during this pandemic,
yeah,
and that's how it also baits in more alcoholics.
yes, it does. Yeah. So who's this? What is that?
That's my daughter. Talk your stuff, pops. Thank you, baby.
Yeah, it's serious. It's crazy. But we just gotta give them,
Yeah,
some pointers and tell them where to go and try to help them the best way we can. And like you said earlier too, and I believe we had a discussion about this a couple times about the kids and the teenagers
Yeah.
stealing, alcohol.
yeah,
and
yeah.
Getting
yeah.
somebody older to go in the liquor stores to get
Yeah,
alcohol for
that's
them.
I remember them days when they.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they actually still doing it though, because people got caught too many times doing it, but they are still kids doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's horrible. I'm like, don't have somebody older go right in there and get what they need. Get me this, And the people, I don't understand that, and they will really do it for them.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I buy you a beer or I buy you a half pint, can you go in there and get me something?
Right, right.
know?
And they'll do it.
And you're
A
helping,
lot of them would do it.
helping them, and when they shouldn't be doing that, But yeah,
Wow, Iris
Wow.
said, "Wow, we need to be aware of of traps by the economy and media. Yeah,
So true.
that's true.
So true.
That is so true because things do happen. It's really heavy and now sad. Yes, it is,
It
baby.
is.
Yes, it is.
It's terrible.
So, but it's like you got so many people who just want to drink just because they feel like they have to fit in. You get some people who start off that way, and then all of a sudden, it gets more. It gets to add more, and then it's more and more drinking, and then they're like, "Well, it ain't nothing, just a little of this, is just a little of that." But then by the time you get 20, you're a full blown alcoholic because the only thing you're doing is drinking every day and
Yeah.
doing nothing with your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta be
Depend
very
upon
careful.
that
Yeah,
every day. Yeah. Something to.
gotta be very
But-
careful with it.
Yeah. But like I said, call in if you want to talk about your addiction or somebody else's addiction that
Definitely.
you know of, or somebody that you got help for. And
Mm-hmm.
I like to know where they are now,
Yep.
So,
Call
let's
in
talk about that.
302-312-3534.
Yeah, we need to talk about this. Keep talking about it and letting it out together because you know how I feel about that.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to know what's going on, even though if it's bad,
Right.
still share it with us, Sometimes maybe you need to let it out a little something, You
I
call
mean,
something
a lot of
wrong with-
people more so looking at their families to
Yeah.
be sure about the drug addiction, but
Yeah.
it's alcohol too, and alcohol is a drug as well, and
Thank you,
it
yeah.
does because you can easily get addicted to it, and when you're not paying that much attention to also you gotta look at this. You got people who actually turn over one vice to another. Some people stop getting high, smoking weed or whatever, but then they start drinking heavy. Some people stop drinking heavy to go over towards drugs, but they turn over one vice to another. If once you get rid of one thing, they try to do something to numb the other pain that they have in. And that other pain usually like comes in the form of alcohol. So they'll sit there and they'll try their best to go ahead and drink. That sense, well, I'm not taking drugs no more. I ain't hurting myself. I done went to rehab and I fixed myself up. But now you on drink. Now you drinking. Now you on another drug.
Yeah. It's something else.
And you gotta start getting yourself together with that because they'll go from one
To something.
to another thing to numb it. It's just like they used to say, like you get certain drug addicted people who offer drugs, and you know that they just getting off because they start buying a lot of candy and they start eating a lot of sweets
Something.
and
I
all
need
of
to
a
find
sudden,
something.
right? But
Yeah.
then a lot of them go from after they had enough candy or done with that, they go to drinking. They finish with their drug clinic thing and start drinking. Oh, come on, hey, take a drink. Yeah, hey, take a beer. You finish with your thing, man. All right, go on, here, have a drink. So they feel that buzz from that, and they're like, well, I feel all right doing this, and I'm only drinking. I'm not shooting up no more. I'm not snorting up no more. I'm not smoking weed or nothing. I'm not doing this.
Right.
So they'll change it to that other vice of drinking, and drinking will always be there forever. Because every time, like I said, every corner, if you're living in the inner city, every corner you got a liquor store.
And also,
Oh, that's Dean Allen. That's
Dean
my
Allen.
cousin.
I hear you, cuz. Preach on, preach on. Okay, how you doing? Welcome.
What's going on,
welcome.
Dane?
Yeah, and it's serious. It's a serious illness.
Yeah.
It's an illness, and people, they don't see it as that.
No, they don't.
It's an illness, and I'm gonna keep saying it's an illness, because that's what it ends up. To where
Right,
you're
right.
not well anymore. You're sitting
Yeah.
up there in a hospital,
And it
because
does hurt.
Yeah,
It hurts.
you
It's-
and your family.
You
Yeah.
can just like coming down off of drugs,
Same
coming
thing,
down off of
same
liquor
thing,
is
same
the
thing.
same thing, and it
Same thing.
hurts.
Yes, it does.
You can be put in rehab. You can go through the withdrawals. A lot of people don't think that it happens. It does happen, and your body go through these withdrawals. You do shake. There's some people who so used to being drinking that their hands just constantly just do this
I got to have it. The
their
shakes,
bodies
like
is
drugs, yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Their mind is gone. Their body don't know how to function without liquor. It's the same thing like regular drugs. It's even harder because a liquor rehab. See, drugs, after a while, drugs work its way through your system. And as you're going through the rehab process and everything, it's still a hard struggle.
It is.
But it does work its way through. You can survive afterwards.
Yes.
An alcoholic,
you.
an alcoholic addiction, as you working yourself through it, your body start to clenching. It needs help. It needs more. Your body don't know
Thirsty.
what right, and that's exactly what it's doing.
Yeah.
It's telling you you need a drink. Please hurry up, get something to drink, and you won't drink water. Water ain't good enough for you.
I need
won't drink
alcohol.
coffee.
I
Coffee
need
not good
alcohol.
enough for you.
Yeah.
You try to kill yourself
I
with
want
all
that
these
band
sodas
I'm
or whatever,
thirsty for,
and it doesn't work. You looking for that liquor.
And Dane stated that nothing much, because I have a brother. He suffered from that alcohol intoxication. But hopefully one day he'll get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's serious. Hi, bro. Hi, bro. How you doing, sweetie? Welcome, love. You always come on when I'm getting ready to go off. What's up with that, sir? You probably at work. I love you too, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, Dane, that's
It's
true.
just-
We did
it's
have it in our
just-
family a lot, man.
Yeah, and it's terrible, and you see this every day, on the streets, you see people laying out there on the ground from it,
Yeah.
because they had so much alcohol
Yeah.
on them, so they can't even take another step because they so done. That's terrible when you're done like that. Then, but it's
You got
really a
people
thing.
who take a shot just because it's cold outside and they want to heat their body up. Wear a coat, but they'll take a shot just because they want more liquor.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah.
they give every excuse to
In the bowl.
drink.
Yeah. I'll be back. I'm going to the store, and you already know what store they're talking about. Yeah, it's terrible.
Dane said, "Well, some people need it to get started in the morning." Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
it's serious.
And it's kind of hard,
Yeah.
and it does
Start-
happen.
Get your day started. I mean, there's mornings where how you just at the light and you look to the left and you're like, y'all in line already? Hi, D Nasty.
What's going on?
What's going
Dane?
on? How are you? Yeah, and it's terrible, but this is something that they want to do.
Right.
They're not paying attention to the cars coming
Right.
at them. They're not paying attention to anything that's going on around them. And that is so crazy, but
I found it funny that I'm starting to see more liquor stores opening up first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, for them. Bars.
Opening up first
Bars.
thing in the morning.
They open what, 11 o'clock? 11, 12?
No,
am
I seen
right?
one. I seen one that
Sometimes,
opened
right?
up. It was
Yeah.
one that used to open up down in South Baltimore. We used to open up about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning,
What?
and it was the Asian spot. But they used to open up early.
Oh, my God.
That early, I was like,
Ooh,
wow,
That's too early, man. That's
way too early.
Way too early for me. Yeah. And you want to read Iris?
Ira says, watch a family member drink themselves to death. Wow, that's heavy. Literally, and the hospital repeatedly, but always went back to drinking. Yep, they do that. But I think he suffered from a broken heart. Yeah. See, like I said, a thing that triggers.
Yeah.
Some things trigger it.
Yeah.
Some people want to drink their pain away from something.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking
Yeah,
about.
it does trigger. It does. There's things there that triggers
Something that's
it.
really bothering them, and that's the sources that they go to. It's either the drinking or the drug.
Right.
So they think, to go to the drug.
And my daughter said,
yeah.
liquor people don't have ID anymore.
Yeah.
That should be enforced
Yeah.
because more kids get it. Yeah,
Yes, you said that.
Yeah,
You're right about that too.
yeah, and it's that's why I say I'm surprised they actually still doing it because so many kids are actually still drinking.
Yeah.
You're right, baby. And I see that.
Yeah.
I see that. And that's a lot of that's going on, and it's real crazy that you get these kids in high school still doing it, like middle school. You got kids young that's drinking because they saw their family members drinking. I remember this young lady that was up one block from me. Her and her little sister was like part of these big things in school when they were younger. They, stopped drinking, stopped drugs, all this a big foundation function and stuff. But you would look at these girls and like, they must come from a decent home.
Yeah.
No, you go to their house.
Yeah.
Her grandfather lived there. He was a constant alcoholic. Her mother was a real bad alcoholic. Her boyfriend, all of them in the house, and it was horrible the way they lived. Then as they got older, instead of them going to drinking, they went to drugs. So things got a little crazy for their life. But it's one of those things. It is one of those things that you got to watch all the way around.
Yeah. Well, you guys, it's the end of the show.
Yes.
And like I said, I'm going to give you these numbers again. You're going to hit *211 for the alcoholism hotline. And I'm going to give you another number, 1-800-622-2255.
Yes.
This is a very serious issue that goes on, every day in our lives, in everybody's lives. So we're going to, try to get you some help with that, okay? And also, guess what next week is? Are you ready for you want to know what next week is? Do you have anger issues?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about that next week. Anger issues. I don't want to know today. Wait until next week. And how do you handle them?
Right.
So we're going to talk about next week. And I want you guys to continue to stay safe.
Stay safe.
Okay? And we will see you. Peace.
I'm up against the fight of my life. I'm so afraid to sleep at night. You won't get away. It's time for me